since you've been mine.
And now, 1160 AM KBDT proudly presents Life Solutions, coaching, counseling, naturopathic medicine, insights for successful living, and getting better with Ann Beal.
Welcome to this beautiful day here in Dallas, Fort Worth. We are excited to be joining you to help you boost your mood instantly and quickly with all the craziness going on. And if you watch TV too much, you will not be in a good mood. Any of those bad moods, those sad moods, those low moods. We want to help you jump out of that and get instantly better so that you feel great every day. And if you're alone, we want you to know you can be alone without it turning into feeling lonely. So I'm joined by Dr. Jim Slaughter today.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here. Good to have you with us.
We are going to help you know, because science tells us, and so do our listeners and our clients, that the key to sparking happiness is reaching for small things that create a flood of feel-good chemicals in your body. We want you to be able to trigger those feel-good chemicals fast that bring happiness and bring back pleasant memories or make you smile. We want you to know how to get those feel-good chemicals flooding through your system today. So there are actions you can take quickly to trigger happiness, and they are tried and true, surefire ways that have been proven to release endorphins and dopamines. Now, Dr. Slaughter knows all about those chemicals, right?
Well, I don't know if I go that far, but we do know about those. And, you know, the truth is that it's not that hard to release those. And some of the most common everyday activities can release those kinds of endorphins. And we're going to talk about those things and how easy it is to pull those out so that they can help us really lift our mood when we may feel down. So
we're going to give you a kickstarting happiness checklist today. So we're just glad you are joining us, and we're glad you're on Facebook. If you are joining us for the first time on 1160 AM, we are also, this is Getting Better with Ann Beal and Jim Slaughter, and we are on Facebook, Getting Better with Ann Beal, and we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube, and so you can find us in any of those places.
And we invite everyone who's on the Facebook broadcast today to give us some feedback, and if you want to call into the station, Christy's waiting to take the calls, and if you have a question or if you want to interact, give us your views and feedback. We'd like to know what you do to lift your mood, and there are different ways we're going to share, and we'd like to hear back from you about what is the best way for you to do that.
Because we are trying to help everyone out there. So any of your ideas are so helpful. We've gotten a few online already that we're going to share as well. Mm-hmm. If you want to call in, 214-810-8255. We'd love to hear from you. And I just want to spotlight a little bit. JD later will be, he will be talking all about the launch for SpaceX and NASA today. So I'm pretty excited about that. We watched the launch the other day, and they couldn't get off because of bad weather.
Right.
And so they're going to the International Space Station today.
This is a big deal, and we're looking at it, watching it, trying to watch it, and it's really exciting to me for sure.
Yeah, I used to work at General Motors, working in car design, so I'm a little addicted to that kind of stuff. Elon Musk fascinates me, but it's flying. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to take a spaceship, but anyway, it's fun to watch. So if you get a chance later, what time is it on, Christy? 2 p.m. No, 2:30. I'm learning your signals. Okay, so let's get started to kickstart your happiness. What is the first thing you can think of, Jim?
Well, the first thing I think of is fragrances, smells, and eating, and there's
fragrances. You got to pick one. Oh, smelling food, though. You know, when you're baking bread, you know, I can say that food boosts happiness. So they talk about comfort food. I say comfort food is actually all food. That's what I think.
Well, lots of people would agree with that, that's for sure, because eating in and of itself is kind of boosts our immune system. Well, it does that too, I guess, but it boosts our mood.
So it releases endorphins and dopamine.
Yep, just the act of eating food can do that.
Well, and we all have our favorites, you know, but if your favorite is like a delicious pizza or sipping a, you know, those people who say, I sip flavorless nutritional drinks, or Mom, you eat like cardboard. And I like it. So, you know, your brain becomes flooded with its own natural opioids. That's what I call them. Endorphins is like opioids in a way.
Well, it is. They're natural opioids that our body produces and lets loose for us, depending on what the stimulus is. And so that's really true. Did you want to talk about that article?
Well, I wanted to. Oh, you want me to mention? There are a bunch of articles you can go to on boosting your mood. So I want to say, this is the thing. A lot of people have been eating, right? And so we've been hearing people have either lost weight during the quarantine or sheltering in or whatever, or people have gained weight. Now, I'm not going to say which one we have done, but I'm into embracing food to get those pleasurable feelings. And I don't really understand how it works. I just know that it does. So there are specific foods that you can basically ante up on to feeling blissful. Mine is chocolate. I call it chocolate, not chocolittle.
You're so funny.
I know. And so we have chocolate. Jim picked up some dark chocolate. That's very healthy. Very healthy. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, chocolate-colored covered graham crackers, chocolate, whatever you like, chocolate, right? Chocolate does something. Do you know what it does?
What?
I know it's everyone's favorite indulgent, but it releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin.
Good.
Now, I've
That's a good
learned
list.
this to justify why I eat chocolate. So I went into it because it does give an antidepressant effect. It really does.
Yes, it does. It does that, for sure.
There was an article in Time magazine one time that said, is chocolate a food or is it a lover? I know, I thought it was a weird article, but I had to read it. And it was pretty funny. So it talks about the serotonin effect that makes you feel almost in love with chocolate. Like, it gives you such a good feeling. But it raises all the feel-good chemicals together. Chocolate
Right,
boost.
right.
So you can see that, I reap the benefits of only a square or two.
Yeah, and some people chocolate may have gotten a bad rap in some ways this during these days, but we're recommending that you try it and eat it, and that it really helps lift a person's mood. We're talking about the fact that we should eat something sometimes when we really want to boost.
You really only do need a square or two to boost those endorphins.
Yeah,
That's all
you
you
don't
need.
have to have a whole bag of nuggets or something.
No, it's funny that you mentioned nuggets. Okay, what other kind of food can you think of?
Well, one of the things that comes to mind to me is bread.
Bread. We got bread.
That's right. In fact, we picked
Bread.
up
Okay, I
some
ate a
chocolate
bite.
and some bread here, some croissants. And we were talking to Cassie, our daughter, earlier, and she said that she and her granddaughter, Christy's talking to us, writing his notes.
We just
out
got a
there.
comment. I'm sorry. So somebody said, what if you cover your lover in chocolate? That was just to be funny. We get funny comments all the time. I just had to say it. Go ahead.
What was I going to say after that? No, we talked to Cassie this morning, our daughter, and we're talking to her about this, and she said that she and her daughter, our granddaughter, that if one of them is down, the other one knows to go get some really good bread, and they sit and they watch a feel-good movie. Often it's a Christmas movie for them, even if it's in June.
Yeah, they watch Christmas
because they love that.
It makes them feel really good.
Yeah.
And she said this isn't necessarily a good thing to do because it's bread. And we were like, oh my gosh, yes, bread is not evil. Bread is not bad. You can embrace bread. And they do it to feel good. Each family member does that for the other family member when
Right.
they're down. They bake bread or they get bread.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
pick out a Christmas movie.
And-
Or Christmas songs. Christmas music.
And so, we're talking about things, okay, what can I do? I can eat something. I can smell something, and that has to do with fragrances. I can listen to something, and that would have to do with maybe our favorite songs, and we'll get into that in just a minute. One of the other things, some of the other things that we love to eat, and it's drink as well. I love coffee. And so I always look forward to coffee fixed just the way I like it. And usually I fix the coffee for Ann. We get up in the morning and we have coffee together. And so coffee is a great taste for me. And in fact, it's also a great fragrance for me. I love the way coffee smells when it's, when we're making it.
So how about chocolate-covered espresso beans? That's a
you know what?
combo.
You
We
can
did
get
not
those.
get those because that might hype us up, but it's a wonderful thing. Coffee does do that for people, just coffee. And then coffee is an experience. Chocolate is an experience. Now, what's funny is Jim, and I know it's not just men, but it seems like a lot of men love hot, spicy peppers. It's almost the hotter, the better. I mean, the ones who do ghost pepper, are they like crazy? But I always wondered why. Why? And their nose is dripping, and their face is red, and their eyes are watering. And then I studied why. Why is hotter the better?
Well, I've read that it's really more of it's not a taste as much as it is a feeling or a sensation we have when we eat the spicy food, and that sensation in itself releases the kinds of feel-good chemicals we're talking about, the endorphins and the dopamine and the serotonin and those kinds of things. And so I haven't researched that a lot, but I'm just going to take that for what it is, and that's probably true. But I know that I love spicy food. I'm not the kind of guy who loves what you were talking about.
Yeah.
The really
Oh
hot
no,
stuff.
the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Well, they say that because I always wondered, right? Like I always wondered, like why would they do that? So it shows that the research shows that the burning in the mouth creates a chemical that I hadn't heard of called capsaicin, CAPSAICIN. Capsaicin. Okay. And it's a natural chemical that makes peppers hot, and it actually activates serotonin. So that capsaicin activates serotonin. Apparently, it floods your system with serotonin when you have hot. So the hotter you get, the more it floods, which makes sense why these people almost like burn their mouth. And so you're right. It's not a taste. It's like a scorching sensation, in my opinion. And it sends an SOS signal to the brain that there's something wrong. Okay. You'd think that it wouldn't be a good thing to do that, but when you do that, the body sends chemicals to relieve the pain as well. So not only endorphins, but it wants to relieve the pain ASAP. So it sets off kind of a relaxing chemical too. Maybe relaxing is not the right word. Kind of a feel good chemical.
Yeah.
So it could be relaxing, but I don't see these people get tired. So the endorphins rush in, that feel-good chemical rushes in, and there you go. That's why they do it. That's why they do it.
Now, you've used something else, too, in the past. Ginseng is something that lifts the mood and stimulates us and gives us energy. You want to mention that? Talk about that a minute?
Well, we can talk about what besides food, ginseng, Ginseng, you can find. But we have a caller.
Okay.
Ron, is that what you said? Ron is on the phone. Hi, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, it's the Green Wizard. You're talking all about my food.
It's Ron. Are we talking about your food?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're talking about the ginseng, and you're talking about the ghost peppers, and getting in there with all the capsaicin, which is all heart healthy.
Oh, he
and
knows about that.
You're talking about the chocolate and the cacao, which is great against cancer, and all of the wonderful things that you're talking about. You're right in my neighborhood.
Well, Ron, the Green Wizard, he is the grass garden tree. I mean, if you want your yard to look beautiful, you want to get his book, The Green Wizard. We're so glad to have you on, Ron Neitzel. What is going on for you? What makes you feel really good?
Well, when you get out there in the grass barefoot and you've got fresh cut grass and all that great oxygen and the garden's looking beautiful and there's no weeds, and then you start the barbecue grill.
There you go.
That's
there you
absolute
go.
heaven, and we are talking.
You are talking. So what do you grill, Ron?
Oh, you name it: chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, brats, steaks. If it can be grilled, it goes on there. You throw your vegetables out there and smoke them up a little bit and make them taste even better.
Now your garden is incredible. I saw your grass. It's super, super green and beautiful. It's amazing.
You got to check the garlic video. You might have missed that.
The
one.
garlic
That stuff is
video on YouTube.
beautiful.
I got to do that. We
planted
just planted
some
garlic with
Ron.
beautiful flowers, and they're so we do have to talk about the beauty of seeing things green and colorful. And I know, Ron, for you, being outside in your yard and garden, it all makes you feel really good.
Oh, absolutely. There's something about Mother Nature that'll just waken up the spirit and make you happy.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys. Have a great day.
You
Thanks
too.
for calling
Take
in,
care,
Ron.
Ron.
Good hearing from you.
Bye-bye. I tell you what, we got to talk more about that when you get back. We're going to give you the other 7 tips
Right.
for instant happiness. You should turn that around where you can see it, baby. You want to push that so you can see that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on. That was great. He was commenting.
You did a great job.
Oh, are you gonna eat that? It is so good. You know how long it's been since I had one of these? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so ginseng, I didn't really get into that, so we'll go through that. Do you want to go to sights or smells next?
Smells, I think, because instead of starting with eating something, I started with smelling something. I don't know why that just came to mind first to me. You know, I think of, I don't know, scents or fragrances, you know. So
we only have, so the next segment is like 5 minutes. I hate to, so there is something about being outside and seeing all the beauty, especially this time of year in the air, but all the colors. But if people don't have it outside, they could, I mean, even just painting their walls, right? Like your brother and his wife have redone their whole house with paint and put, you know, and they've just made it look really pretty. And I think that people can bring colors in, or they can go outside. We talked many times about being outside. But
so are you going to do something else with eating something, or are you finished with that?
Well, I was just going to finish with ginseng because you brought it up. So I was going to mention that in nitro and sunrise or some things like that. I mean, thank you. If you want to talk about those things that they're putting in your mouth, you know, that make us feel good. Yeah. I know for me, nitro sunrise, CBD oil, does that help you? No, you don't want to?
I never can tell.
Okay.
That there's a big difference with that, but
that's okay. Then that one, because we're talking about the instant, you know, what makes you feel better.
Well, I was thinking more things that most everybody would have access to.
Yeah, true.
But fresh coffee.
Good point.
I like the taste of fresh coffee, you know, and we mentioned chocolate and bread and spicy food.
So B vitamins would be good for them if they're having trouble controlling their eating. So being able to use food, you know, for a fuel, but also to feel good, but not to overdo it. You get Super B, all the B vitamins to help you not crave so much.
So what kind of food do you eat that has B vitamins in it?
Well, you can just buy it at the store.
I don't know, but
they got to go to the store to get food. No, I'm just gonna mention it a little bit, so they'll.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. People are talking. All right. Oh, he said vanilla will stop food cravings and lift your mood. Vanilla. Oh.
Well, we still want to talk about smelling something and listening to something. And
do you want me to? Let me just get this ready. Get past that. Do you want me to play that coming back?
To admit it's getting better, a little better all the time.
And now here's more Getting Better with Ann Beal on 1160
Put it in
AM
the next-
KBDT.
Not the five.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back. I'm getting signaled. Okay. We have so much stuff we're talking about. We almost forgot to come back. Okay. Well, we were talking to Ron Knightsville, the Green Wizard, and he was telling us about how much he loves being outside in his yard, but he loves to plant. And the Green Wizard book, it's not a very big book. It's only got I'm telling you, it's got the basics of what you need to know to make your yard beautiful, where you don't have to water hardly ever. And it's so much less work. And we followed his book.
It's a little handbook. I mean,
it's a little handbook.
Really,
it's
really
so
good.
Great. So for him, I mean, he's helped us make our yard look beautiful. And so when we walk outside, those sights are so pretty. And so we were talking about that on break. If you want to see what happens in between the show, you can go on Facebook or YouTube and all that. But Facebook Live, we have the in-betweens on the commercials. And he was, we were talking about the beauty of being outside.
Right.
If you don't feel like outside helps you very much, it's not very beautiful. And that kind of depends on what you call beautiful. You can always bring it inside. You can paint your walls. You could add color or add things, that make you feel good. So, you can have memories out. And you on the bookcases, Jim, you put on the bookcases, you put memories on your bookcases of things when you were a kid with books and stuffed animals and things. You kind of tell stories in your bookcase, but when I see that, it brings a mood every time I see
absolutely.
it. And so, whether you have sight outside or inside, and then he also talked about grilling. He loves to grill and be outside and grill in the sun. He didn't say in the sun, so he probably doesn't grill in the hot sun, whatever you like, right?
He might grill anywhere, anytime. I don't know. But, this reminds me that everybody tends to have their own favorite mood-lifting elements or activities or whatever. But we know that there are certain fragrances. There are things that you smell that raise your mood, lift your mood. There are things that you taste that lift your mood. There are things that you observe with your eyes that lift your mood, And Ron mentioned just the smell of grass, cut grass.
Fresh cut grass.
The smell of fresh cut grass.
Yes, you do.
And so it lifts my
I like
mood.
it too. I started lowered it because I'm allergic to grass, but I do like it. I think for you, I know you love being in the woods. Being the trees or fresh cut lumber, wood. That smell. And I think that you can bring that to your house with candles.
You sure can.
Or any kind of, it can be essential oils. So we have some candles here. Like this one is a soy candle by Myers. I just got it at Albertsons in the laundry area. Believe it or not, that's where they have these candles because Myers has laundry detergent. And it's natural laundry detergent with essential oils, no toxic, and I could go all through that. We do shows on that. But Myers, this one is very nice smelling, and it's a citrus smell. And they have some that are just clean. They have lavender, and this one's called citrus clove, which is a very nice combination. So we have candles that you can bring your smells inside. I know we have another candle, which is that one, Jim? So you can use essential oils, candles, or even baking cookies or bread.
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk. Patchouli, right? But what's your favorite?
Well, I probably have two favorites, but my number one is vanilla. And that seems to be just about everybody else's favorite as well. But vanilla is a vanilla fragrance is a famous mood lifter, and so that seems to be what's on most everybody's list when it comes to the kind of candle fragrance that they would shoot for. I love pine and fir. I love those smells, those fragrances as well. For Cassie, daughter, again, it reminds her of Christmas, and so she likes those fragrances too.
Yeah, a lot of people, the pine, they get it at Christmas time, but I'm telling you, it's a great. You don't have to save it for Christmas because it's a great smell. There are pine trees everywhere. You don't have to wait till Christmas, and they're called evergreen or they're called fir, spruce, whatever. But yes, the pine smell. But you can also use any of the citrus smells, definitely. I like grapefruit, orange, any of those, lemon, that you can have those smells too.
Right.
And even in the detergent, I like those smells. So whether you buy laundry detergent that has those or you put a little essential oil in your laundry detergent, I love the lemon and the citrus smells. Lavender in your laundry. There's toilet paper with lavender. There is, and it smells so good. You're laughing.
I'm laughing.
But really, honestly, we're talking about quick things to make you feel better. And having those all over your house and outside, everything you can grab.
Yeah,
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon is another fragrance that a lot of people really like. I like that, and I know you do too. And so
cinnamon is such a great smell, right? You can also put a little cinnamon in your chocolate, or a little cinnamon in chocolate, or in your coffee. And so before you eat, a little cinnamon so that it controls your blood sugar, but it also does all these incredible things. Now, you asked me about ginseng. It is an herb that you can use in tea, or you can buy it as a supplement, and it suppresses stress and balances the hormones. So it has a positive effect on you. So these are just some more tips. We're going to go into the other things you can do for instant kickstart to happiness. Stay right here. All right. Oh, I didn't do my little guy. I got to do it. I don't have to do it on the radio because you can't see him, but I can do him.
With that music, right? Or what?
Yeah, I can do that. I will do that. How do we? Do you remember how to start him? Oh,
Maybe
come
it's in
on.
his hand, isn't it?
Oh, it's in his hand.
I think so.
Okay, or his feet.
Come on, everybody. Let's do the chicken dance with Elmo.
It's gonna be hard to
Elmo
hold
wants to
him.
be a chicken. Elmo wants to be a duck. Clap your hands, like a chicken. Clap your
This
hands,
could
like
drive
a
you
chicken.
crazy or make you happy.
Make a sound like a chicken. Make
It's
a sound
Elmo.
like a chicken. Come on, everybody. Let's do the chicken dance with Elmo. Elmo wants to be a chicken. Elmo wants to be a duck.
I'm gonna set him back here.
That was fun.
Is he done? Okay, he's done. Okay, so that's Elmo. So we had some neighbors that knew about the deaths in our family, and they gave us a bunch of Elmos to help us feel better. Mainly me. They said it would, I thought, well, that would make me feel a lot better. Not Jim so much, but me. And so we have like
No,
all
that
these
didn't
different
mind me,
kinds.
though. I didn't know there were so many Elmos.
I did not know. They got Elmo chicken dance. They've got Elmo parrot. What does he do? He looks like a toucan, right?
Yeah.
And they've got Elmo, what is that? Put your right foot in and take your right foot out. And he,
The hokey pokey.
hokey pokey, and he turns
Elmo, yeah,
around
yeah,
and he's so
That's
funny.
the most amazing robotic
Oh my
creature
gosh,
I've ever seen.
he's very moving. So they also just I can't get over. Oh, I had no idea that there were so many Elmos. So we have a B12 mood lifter. It is an eggs, yogurt, fish, beef liver, and chicken. Whoa! Thank you for that. Was all right. Hold on.
Is that from Ron again?
That is from Ron.
All right, Ron.
Oh, thank you too. Come on, guys. They're laughing. Okay. How about barefoot grilling in touch with nature?
There you go.
There you go. Mood lifter. B12 mood lifter. Yeah.
I didn't think about we have eat something, smell something, and listen to something and stuff like that. How about feel something? I was thinking about your bare feet on cool tile or
That's what he's
concrete in the
talking about.
summer, or on sand when you go to the beach, and so there is that feelings. And don't forget the sunshine. You like.
I love that.
In fact, both of us, but you're more. I mean, you love
I do. I need it. Like
The
I do.
sun.
It's something so incredible about it. And animals.
animals.
Yeah. Of course, when you met me, it's like, oh my gosh, why do you have so many animals? Because I love animals and
Yeah.
flowers. All the flowers.
I was going to say plant something.
Plant something. We probably
Smell
have a whole
something,
show
eat
on
something,
planting
plant
stuff.
Something, feel something, listen to something.
Yes. Put that right there with Mr. Chicken. Mr. Chicken Dance. Chicken there. How's that?
You about ready?
I am. Is she telling me to put them on?
Pretty quick.
Okay.
So candles
Yeah. Candles. Okay.
for fragrances.
Yeah, so we got the
Essential
candles.
oils, I guess.
Do you, why don't you hand me your candle? I'll put it away. Put it back here.
What is the Del Walmsley Radio Show?
Welcome to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. I'm your host, Del Walmsley, and as always, we're working on your financial freedom.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show Monday through Friday from 11 until noon.
It takes a whole lot more effort to get something started in your life than it does to keep it moving.
Del Walmsley has moved thousands closer to a great life. The Del Walmsley Radio Show is now on 1160 AM KBDT, Monday through Friday from 11 until noon. Listen and move toward your great life today.
I've got to admit, it's getting better, a little better, all the time.
If you'd like to get better, call Ann right now. 214-810-8255. 214-810-TALK. Now more with Ann Beal on 1160 AM KBDT.
So we have covered a lot of things. Food to feel better, smells to feel better, right?
Yep.
Being outside, looking at beautiful colors inside or outside, and to feel better, grilling, walking in the grass barefoot.
Well,
right?
and yeah, we've talked about eating something, smelling something good that lifts your
Right.
mood. We even thought after Ron's comment about feeling something. You know,
Yes.
letting your bare feet feel the coolness of some tile or concrete, the warmth of sand if you're on the beach. So those are also mood lifting things that we can do.
And vanilla stops food cravings as well as being a wonderful smell. So does the B vitamins. B12 mood lifter. It's in eggs, yogurt, fish. These are listeners telling us. Eggs, yogurt, fish, beef, liver, and chicken. But all the B vitamins help you not crave. So if you eat something to feel good, or you're not getting as much exercise, which is also a way to feel good, but you don't want to eat too much. You can have the B vitamins, okay?
And B vitamins are really good for stress.
Yes.
We recommend them for stress, and they really, really help with that.
Yes, and so in fact, Dr. Wallach has something called De-Stress online in Longevity, and that's just all these B vitamins and has a few other things for stress. But you can also look at the foods. So eggs, yogurt, fish, beef, liver, chicken and turkey have a very feel-good, that's why people take naps at Thanksgiving. So also floating, here's another one, floating down a river in a raft would lift your mood and calm the spirit. So one of the things that we love, and definitely is a quick picker-upper, is music.
Yep.
And so there are all these suggestions for music, and we picked our favorites.
Yeah, we were listening to a bunch of things this morning, just feeling really good listening to these. We thought we'd play some for you.
Sorry about that.
Those meetings in his RV, I can't afford his gas, so I'm stuck here watching TV.
This is Sheryl Crow, and it is
I don't have digital, I don't have diddly
Soak Up the Sun.
It's not having what you want, it's wanting what you've got. I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten up. I'm gonna tell them that I've got no one to blame. But every time I feel lame, I'm looking up. I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna soak up the sun. I've got a crummy job, it don't pay near enough to buy the things it takes to lend me some of your love. Every time I turn around, I'm looking up, you're looking down. Maybe something's wrong with you that makes you act the way you do. I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten up. I'm gonna tell them that I've got no one to blame. But every time I feel lame, I'm looking up. I'm gonna soak up the sun while it's still free.
While it's still free.
Don't have no master suite, but I'm still the king of me. You have a fancy ride, but baby, I'm the one who has the key. Every time I turn around, I'm looking up, you're looking down. Maybe something's wrong with you that makes you act the way you do. Maybe I am crazy too. I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten
I wish people could have seen our sound technician from our angle here. She would talk about rocking on. She was really getting with it. Christy, we really, really appreciate you, and we're glad you seem to enjoy that. It was fun.
You can't help it.
Is that a great song or what? You can't. It lifts your mood. You can't help it.
Yes, and it says a lot about what's going on today. You know, you got no one to blame. You look up, you're positive, you're happy, and that's what we want for you. Any kind of music that makes you feel good. We love a lot of songs. We're not going to play them all, of course, but we have Pharrell Williams, Happy, Happy, Happy. I love that. And you love the Beatles one.
That Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun.
Here comes the sun. Yes.
Right,
and
I love that.
so then there's also, it depends, because we have people who love, just like Claire de Lune.
Yeah, there's some classical pieces that people really feel uplifted by. I love that and his version.
Israel.
Yeah.
How do you say his last name? Kawamaiwa.
I'm not even going to try at this point. I would have to have it in front of me to read it.
Yes, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, it's his version of that, and boy, that lifts my mood just to hear that. And I think one of the neat things about his version of it, his rendition, is that he moves things around a little bit. It's a little bit different. The lyrics are a little bit different, but it works, and it's really, really wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And I there's something so up about that, though. That.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. We can have it in the background. He has the ukulele, right? Like he plays it, and he's so happy, and it's a soothing song. And I love his rendition. I like the old one too, but people love this, and they always say it makes them feel so good.
It really does.
And of course, the YouTube video, he's in Hawaii, and he's playing on the ocean. It's just beautiful. And so there are feel-good songs that you can go to just lift your mood.
Right. So besides eating something and smelling something, we can play something. We can play some of our favorite mood-lifting songs.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you have some other ones you liked, and so those are some things to reach for. Somebody also told us Adagio for strings, which is also a classical.
That's one of my favorite classical pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. So
you love that, and so if you don't know those, I mean, Beethoven. Some people Piano Sonata Number 17. They've really taken them and jazzed them up, and so you can find like jazzy versions, but it's the beat and it's the tunes, it's the music itself. That can make you feel so good. And the Adagio for strings, it's like it gets way up and it just brings you up, right? And so those are just some things to think of to grab something quick.
Someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melt like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Oh,
she's dancing again.
If you don't get happy listening to this song, there's something missing inside you.
Dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I?
See, you find yourself singing to this song and a lot of the other ones too. You can't help it.
You go right ahead. He was going to sing. Break out this. I was trying to catch him. He was trying to sing quietly, but I was trying to catch him. And so these songs are wonderful. They trigger the release of stress hormone cortisol. And so quickly, you go from any low mood to feeling really good.
It's a stimulus. It stimulates you when it comes to that. Yeah. You like the Louis Armstrong.
I love Louis Armstrong. Yes, I do. And my kids, they used the Louis Armstrong album that I love the most when they made the telescope down at the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. They needed a spin, and they told him to get an album, and they didn't. I didn't use my albums, right? So they got them out. They used that one. My favorite. It's on the bottom of this incredible telescope that they built. It spins great. It's just like Louis Armstrong. I was like, what? I was like, wait, where's my Louis? They're like, is that the one? Oh, I think we use that on the telescope.
So those of you who are listening right now, think about what songs do that for you, or what pieces of music do that for you, and this would be a good time to begin listening to those on a regular basis, just to allow your mood to rise. It's really, really good, really important. So we have smells that we smell, fragrances. We have things that we listen to like that. We have tastes that we have. All kinds of things to be thinking about. And, most of them aren't expensive. They're things often that we use or have around or can pick up really inexpensively. And just natural ways of helping ourselves feel better.
Well, and you've talked about whether it's a rainstorm, because you like the sound of rain.
I do, and so this would be something that you listen to as well as music, but I like the sound of rain.
Yeah.
A lot of the nature sounds, though, are more calming than they are stimulating, and so you use them for different kinds of things. But,
right.
I mean, they have, I was going to say, they have these frog pond sounds, right? And we have our own frog pond right out in the backyard now.
We do have some frogs. We have some little baby frogs. We're trying to figure out what they are in the backyard. They've been swimming in the pool, which tells us that maybe our chlorine's off. But they're so cute. And the kids who are grown, they were like, oh, my gosh, look at those frogs swimming. They only come out at night, and then they get down on the frog pad, which I put there so that they could get in the pool. But I didn't really think it would bring frogs. I don't think it brought frogs. But anyway, they're swimming in the pool. They're teeny little babies. And it just made us feel so good. Oh, we have another recommendation. Don't forget a good movie like Mrs. Doubtfire by Robin Williams. Way to go. Thank you for that. Movies.
Yeah.
Those are, the ones I like. You laughed at mine. I said Babe. The movie Babe makes me feel so good.
No, I think Babe is hysterical. I really like that movie. And I'm not the kind of guy who has to have a blow 'em up, shoot 'em up, tear 'em up kind of movie to be okay. In fact, I only can handle a little bit of that.
But what's yours is Top Gun. You like Top Gun.
Well, I do like Top Gun, sure.
Top Gun.
And so there is something I think that's really fascinating about that movie.
I think that people have been grabbing a lot of TV and movies, right? They might be movied out, but there are things like that are real good, feel-good ones that empower you, right? So you can actually Google empowering movies, right? Mood lifter movies, right? So all that kind of thing. And so research shows that natural sounds positively affect our fight or flight responses by encouraging our focus to go outward instead of inward. And it actually soothes the central nervous system. So, what do you call it? Noise, like
white noise.
White noise, like this kind of noise outside the traffic.
Right.
It triggers the release of stress hormones, and we don't want to trigger stress hormones. So that's where adding, noise pollution. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. So by using music or even just sounds like rain. They have whale sounds, sounds. They have wolf sounds. You used to be able to buy them. Now you can just find them on your phone, right? Or on an app. And so a babbling brook or wind, rustling or birds, anything that helps, you'll find a sound that makes you feel so much better quickly.
And it does. It's amazing. You don't think it could do it almost, but they do stimulate those feel-good chemicals in your body just to hear certain sounds that you love. Wind in the trees, I love that. And I love a babbling brook. We have a waterfall in our backyard, and I love that. We just sit out there and listen to it,
Yes. Okay, so I would think Ann was all about Willy Wonka. How did you know? I love Willy Wonka. I love Gene Wilder. I love Gene Wilder.
Is great. We saw an interview with him the other day.
Yeah, we did. They asked him why he never lived in Hollywood, and when he went, yuck! But yeah, Willy Wonka, we like him. So those are some things that you can do to feel better fast, right?
There's one other thing. May not have time now, but there's something else that's very meaningful to me that raises my mood. And this happened just the other day. I was able to talk to an old friend that I hadn't talked to in a long time. I called him on the phone, and we had about a 20-minute conversation. And afterwards, I can't even tell you how good I felt. It was wonderful. So call an old friend and talk to him.
It is wonderful. Call an old friend. Talk to them. Talk.
Right.
Talk to them. Oh, I was pulling this up, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Ron, for all your great input today.
Thank
we
you.
really, really love you guys.
Hold on one sec. What? Okay, thank you. Where did I put that card? She's going to go let Ashley in.
Oh, what card?
My building card.
You feel good?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I see them blue
He is
for me and
in
you,
front of people. So
and I think to myself,
I didn't know what that was at first. It's a cross.
what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue,
he loves being outside, just in beauty. He loves nature.
like blessed days,
The clouds.
love-shaken hands. And I think to myself,
How are you? So the last segment, anything we've forgotten?
I was speaking kind of fast. I hope that people got that. Talk to an old friend.
Yeah. Oh, Petra. How'd you know? I love Petra. You like Petra? That's so cool.
Who? Oh, is
Petra.
that Ron?
Oh,
I love Petra. It's been a long time since I've heard about it.
you think everything's Ron. He's awesome, though. I can't read them all. All right,
You
Petra. Strawberries.
one time when you knew that I wasn't doing too well, you gave me a Petra album.
I
I
did.
used to listen to it all the time.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I love Petra.
Yep, they're great.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a really long time. Okay. So flowers. Since
We just planted something. I was going to say maybe we could say plant something, because just planting flowers can really.
So I'm going to ask you about these. So all these are listed. I just didn't know what you wanted, but if you look through those and just mark your favorites. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I just listened to them all, so I just didn't know. So we can't possibly cover them all, but we can cover a lot. So since we have 5 more minutes, I thought we could go through those and just pick our favorites.
To admit it's getting better, a little better all the time.
You're getting better all the time. Now back to Ann Beal on 1160 AM KBDT.
Welcome back. We are going to give you a little more information we have not. I mean, I can't possibly tell you everything that we do. We have such a long list. But we wanted to tell you the favorites that people have said they liked the best and the quickest thing to get all your chemicals flowing to trigger those wonderful, wonderful chemicals that make you feel really good. So, some of the things that I wanted to say, just quickly, smile, okay? So chemicals cause you to smile, but also smiling causes good chemicals. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that true?
So if you smile at somebody, they smile back, and then you feel even better. But if you smile in the mirror, you smile back at yourself and you feel even better. But just smiling, even if you can't see it, your own smile causes wonderful chemicals. And so smile, just make yourself smile. More and more people are losing their smile. And if you look at these wonderful flowers, okay, yellow, orange, these beautiful flowers. So flowers can make you happy. But just think if you lost flowers, like if we had no more flowers in the world. When you think about that, that's what I think of when I think of you losing your smile. If there were no more smiles out there. So don't let that happen. Smile. Just smile right now. Smile. Go ahead, smile right now. Christy, smile. Awesome. See, right there, right there. Jim, smile. Okay, so we're smiling. Okay, so that's one of the things. The other thing is jumping around. Now, I listed a bunch of stuff.
I can see you doing that.
I know.
I don't see myself doing that. But, you know.
Well, you know how people, they'll kind of try to get themselves psyched up and they'll kind of bounce a little bit, right? They'll be like, okay, I'm ready. Okay. Like boxers. They kind of try to get themselves going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's because
Could happen.
It's happy making endorphins. That's what I call it. By bouncing. You know, and they have the bouncer, the trampoline, that little trampoline that you can bounce on. And it helps you lose weight, but it also causes endorphins.
Yeah, it does.
So, or you can bounce without a trampoline. Just bounce. You don't go around bouncing all the time, but I'm just telling you it does. So you can, if you want to look not silly, you could do jumping jacks or jump rope or something crazy like that, which also we talked about, not today, but we talked many times about how exercise does make you feel better.
Yep.
Now, you said on the way here, one of your favorite things when you do a hard workout or you work on in the yard or
really
whatever.
Hard physical labor or a hard workout, then you come in, take a shower, and I mean, all of a sudden endorphins are going crazy in your body when you do that. And your mind is so clear at that point. You can think clearly, you feel great,
Yeah.
and your mood is just way, way up there. And so that's one of the things that does it for me.
Well, and you know, the thing that you can find, if there are websites on happiness, there are songs that you can just Google happiness, right? I know that one of the places that I like more than any place else over the years, which, you know, Oprah always had shows that made you feel good. Her magazine, just the colors on her magazine are orange and yellow and green. And when you're talking about color, exposing yourself to green, exposing yourself to orange, exposing yourself to yellows, all the colors of the rainbow, you know, and you feel better. And so these magazines like Living Well, which they stole our name, but Living Well, they use, and Oprah and O Magazine and what's another one? We have they all have those colors on the front that attract you and inside. So just looking at those magazines make you feel better. Now people tend to not look at magazines anymore. Everybody's looking at the screen. Even for images, when I was trying to find images for this show, and I said happiness or boost your mood, there were all these pictures of people looking at their computers. And I'm like, what? Okay. So, yeah, okay. So that's what your go-to is, but there's a lot of other things you can do.
Yeah, we're asking you to expand yourself a little bit, expand your mind a little bit.
Yes, please.
Try something besides looking at your laptop or your desktop computer.
Yes. Okay. And just before we end, I want to tell you that our next show following ours is Miss Ashley Burgess. And so I just encourage you to stay on this channel to listen to Miss Ashley and Life Perspectives.
Yes.
She also has TV.
Sir.
She's super, super awesome. And you will feel better listening to her show, too.
Yep.
I'm not saying skip by our show and just come in at 1. I'm saying listen to 12 and listen to 1. Okay? That's all
right.
I wanted to say right
Absolutely.
there. All right.
We have had such a good time today. In fact, I'm sure that our listeners and people on Facebook could tell that. We've just had a blast. Ann and I had a good time preparing for the show and thinking about what boosts our mood and what makes us feel good and makes us feel happy and makes us smile. And that's really what we wanted to have you do is take away from the show. The takeaway is, how do I make myself happy? I can do that, and it's not that hard and it's not that expensive. So think about the things we talked about today and go for it.
Yes, and do something new. Look around for small wonders. Cultivate positivity in your life. Smile at yourself. Look in the mirror and say, hello, beautiful. Okay? Just do it. It'll make you laugh. And whatever you got to say to make you laugh, laugh. Laughter brings happiness. And I'm telling you, between now and next week, if you laugh and you smile, you will get better and better. So we want you to get better. Stay right here next week for the Getting Better Show.